Hi guys, I'm Dr. Miyoka. I'm here to talk about how to fill in your DS-260 form if you have won the US green card. Yeah, you guys who won the green card, uh, congratulations. I'm really happy for you. I'm glad that you've gotten to this point in your life where you can now try and start putting in an application for your immigrant visa to the United States, guys. So I am here to just kind of walk you through filling in the DS-260 form, which is required for your interview at the US Embassy when you finally get scheduled. So I don't have a board, I'm not using a computer, I'm just gonna walk you through because I know that some of you are curious, what's on this form? What am I going to be required to fill in? So that's what I'm here to do, just give you an idea. And there's a lot of videos, by the way, online where they walk you through those forms. I'm just here to just kind of give you an idea of what's on the form and how you might approach filling in this information. Okay, so when you, first of all, maybe let me say, to get onto the platform where you get the DS-260 form, please pay attention to this welcome letter that you received from the Kentucky Consular Center. They send you a welcome letter, and in that letter there's a link where you click to go to where the DS-260 portal is. When you get to that portal, you will be required to enter your confirmation number and your case number, which by now you should know where they are, and just have this information ready. So then you will enter your case number, confirmation number, your last name, which is your surname, and year of birth, and that should let you into the portal. Okay, now once you get into the portal, I'm just going to run you through what you expect, okay, to fill in. They will be asking you for personal information, family information, and things like that. But even before you begin, if you take a look at the upper right hand corner, you will notice the estimated time of filling in this form. It's gonna take 155 minutes, which is the equivalent of 2 hours 30 minutes or thereabouts. Guys, there is no escaping. I did this. I thought, oh, I could do it really, really fast and get this done in an hour or something like that. No, that didn't happen. Y'all, it took me that 2 hours plus to fill in the entire form. So there's no escaping. It's going to be a long time of doing this. So you really need to be prepared. You need to find a good time and a place where there's steady internet to be able to fill in these details. Okay, so let me now come back to what you're going to be filling in. You will be asked to fill in your personal details, your names, yeah, so your first name, your middle name, your surname. That's what's going to be on there. And you will be asked to also even fill in like nicknames, aliases. If you've ever used your names differently, like for example, I had used my names differently, I had to fill in whatever different names I had, so that it's very important, so that when you finally go for your visa interview at the embassy, you don't have problems there, because they will already be aware that, oh, this is how you use your names. You've used them differently. Apologize, guys. We have a bit of a strong winds this morning here where I am, but let's hope I can bear through this. Okay, so you're going to enter your names. You will be asked about your nationality, so you need to enter information about your nationality. That is, which citizenship do you claim, okay? And you will also be asked about your travel documents, your passport, for example. You'll need to enter details of your passport, when you receive this passport, when it is due to expire. That's going to be required of you. And you also need to enter addresses. So your current local address, yeah, you will need to fill that in. You will also need to fill in the address of your prospective sponsor. That is the individual that is going to be hosting you when you immigrate to the United States, or where you want your green card to be mailed when you arrive in the United States. Yeah, typically this address is usually the address where you're going to be staying. Okay, so that's why I was saying, like, you need time, because before you fill in this form, you may need to get that information first. You need to get the address, the name and address of your prospective sponsor or host in the United States. All right, and then you will also be asked about your parents, information about your father and your mother. You'll be required to fill in their names and where they currently reside if they're alive, okay? Then you'll also be required to fill in the names of all of your children if you have children. You'll need to also fill in details about your spouse if you have one. Guys, I wanted to say this. If you don't have children of your own biological, or you don't have adopted children, don't say you have children. Just say you have children if you have children. If you're not married, don't say you're married. If you're married, don't say you're not married. In essence, don't tell falsehoods on this form. Please try as much as you can to just tell the truth, okay? It'll help you as you go forward. You will also be required to fill in details about previous travel to the United States. So for example, if you've previously traveled to the United States, you will be required to fill in the details of when you traveled there, what reasons, what kind of visa you had when you last traveled, etc. Things like that. You will also need to fill in information about your education level. If you have a high school, secondary certificate, college degree, a master's degree, a PhD, you will be required to fill in all of this information. Yeah. You'll also be required to fill in information about your work experience, whether you're currently employed or not. What is your work history? You'll need to list that, your work history, okay? That's very important. You'll be required to mention if you've traveled in recent years to any other country, okay? That will be required of you. You'll need to list that. And you see, it's a lot of details, guys. It's not like, you know, simple stuff. So you need to be in a place. My suggestion is, first of all, just know what you'll need to be filling in, gather the information, and then come back and do the filling in of these details. That will be much easier than starting the form and then at some point you realize, oh, I don't have these details, and then you stop and then have to come back, you know. Okay, the system allows you to save this information, but ideally you would be better off just doing this in one sitting. That's what I would say. That's what I would recommend anyway. Then guys, at some point you'll be asked if you have questions around health, your personal health. If you have any communicable disease such as tuberculosis, you will need to list that. If you've suffered from tuberculosis, you'll need to say so on your DS-260 form. You will need to indicate if you've been vaccinated, and it's very important for you to say yes. But on top of that, you need to be vaccinated. You need to be vaccinated. You need to have taken the COVID-19 vaccine and a slew of other vaccinations. Yeah. So pay attention, guys. And I would recommend you watching my video on my vaccination history. Like as I was coming to the US, how I prepared myself by going through this whole vaccination thing. I have posted a video. I'm going to connect this video to that video so y'all can watch it. Okay, then you'll also be asked about your mental health. If you're okay mentally, or if you've had a mental health disorder in the past. You'll also be asked if you have previously or are currently abusing drugs or are addicted to drugs, things like that. Guys, abusing drugs, being addicted, being a substance abuser, that's going to be the fastest way for you to be denied a visa. So take note. The question of mental health, if your mental health issues lead to like they can be a threat to other people or to you or to property, definitely you're going to be disqualified. So these are things you need to be very careful as you fill in this form. What you say on this form will be used against you at the embassy. Anyway, I'm just putting that in quotes. What I mean is the details on this form will be used to interview you. They will use this, they will tailor your interview based on the information provided therein. So it's very important that you back up what you have written on the form with supporting evidence, yeah? So that it just doesn't seem like what you're saying now at the interview and what you wrote on the DS-260 are not the same things, guys. Yeah, so that's what I was here to tell you for today. I hope you found this video useful. Kindly please consider subscribing to my channel for more information on how to ace an interview. If you want to get an immigrant visa to the United States, how do you ace this interview? Come by here again. I'm going to be dropping more tips. Thank you. Bye-bye.